start your video and everyone. We're going to recording started already.
Okay.
First and foremost, we just have to discuss about Prakar. Is he going to be here, or what's going to happen with that Sanjay
He's gonna be
video?
here. He didn't send me.
So, wait, Sanjay, you have his list?
No, he didn't send me a list yet.
Because
Yeah, you guys will have to figure it out.
if you want, I can pick for him because I already have his list. If you want, I can pick for him. I can send it to you.
Okay.
I don't mind you picking the list. It's just I don't want any problems after.
No, because he's told me like how he wants it to be picked. So yeah.
You sure you guys have that understanding?
Yeah.
You guys?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm okay with that, to be honest.
Okay. So Praga will pick for Sanjay. Prakar's. Yeah. So I think that's about it for that matter. Now,
Is
before
everyone
we start,
here?
Prakar. Other than him, everyone is here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. How's everyone doing?
Hey guys.
Before we just start, I have some things to discuss. Then Sanjay, you can take over the draft process. Just a few things to go over. First and foremost is I have to go over the guidelines for COVID that there is out there right now that we have released on our website as well. But I still have to go over with all of you guys just to be sure, and that's the rules that athletics wants us to follow. So that's why we're recording this as well as a proof or as a way of evidence to show them that we are actually doing that. So first and foremost, let's actually go and I'll just share my screen and we'll start with that. Okay. Okay, so you guys all can see my screen? You guys all can see it? Okay, perfect. So yeah, first you just have to go to the UCC curriculum page. Simple as that. Under documents, you'll see the new guidelines all the way down here, right here. Where's the COVID reopening guidelines? Click on that and you'll have this guidelines. Again, this is something that you'll have to go over with all your team players as well once you select them. And they all must follow this, as this is going to be crucial because, again, we are starting during a pandemic and we want to make sure that we avoid any, if not any, mishappening that can happen and that can help spread this virus even further. So we don't want that to happen. So we must follow those guidelines at all times. Again, simple rules here. It's just a brief summary right here that we have written down that right here. This is a brief summary that we have written down that what we will be doing and what this guidelines will conduct in itself and how it will be imposed. So firstly, this is for everyone that's coming to Pan Am. So this will include your players right now that you must follow. And this is not that much, but again, it's a simple list of rules and guidelines that we must follow to make sure that we keep this as safe as possible. Number one is all TPAS and athletics and recreation guidelines must be followed, meaning that there's going to be a list of screening and whatnot that happens upstairs. You cannot enter the gym without that, right? So that must be followed at any cost. That may include whatever temperature test they do for you, or they have a little machine now, a stand that you just stand by and they actually take a picture and do all the scans, temperature test and everything for you. So that's one thing that they will conduct upstairs. So that's something that we all must oblige by, and we cannot skip that at any cost. Second is individuals should be free of any COVID symptoms before coming to TPAS. So if they should answer no to the following questions. So we have listed a list of questions right here under part 2. You must, the players or all your players must answer no in all the following questions here, just to be sure that we don't have any breach of a COVID patient in the Pan Am Center. Number one is individuals should answer. Number one is, do I have any following symptoms, meaning cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, difficulty in breathing, fevers, chills, repeated shaking with chills, abnormal muscle pains, headaches, sore throat, painful swallowing, runny nose, new loss of taste or smell, or any other illnesses. So basically, with those guidelines, that's something that you must ask. The players must ask themselves, or you should at least make sure that the players do know about this and they ask themselves this question before coming to this. Second part of this question is that if you have been in contact or cared for someone with COVID-19, if yes, are you a healthcare worker or caregiver? Or if yes, were you in full PPE kits? Reason we ask that again is that we know that we might have patients or family members that might be maybe infected, and because of that, we want to save that. We want to make sure that they are not possibly also a patient as well. To be sure of that, we have to take this. The third option, which is C, third questionnaire, which is C, which is that have I returned from a trip outside of Canada or outside of the country within the last 2 weeks? For most of us, that won't be the case, except for I think Raghav here. Um, Last 2 weeks, meaning that if you have been out for the past 14 days, you will not be able to come until your 14-day period is over. All individuals will be screened prior to entering TPAS, so that's something that I've already mentioned. And security will restrict access to individuals with COVID symptoms. So if you do have any COVID symptoms before you even come nearby the gym, they will actually escort you from the top floor itself, so you won't even be able to enter the gym. But again, we recommend that even if you do have it, let's not try to hide it. It's best not to come there and keep everyone safe than be there and put everyone's life at risk, right? The third list that we have to follow is that mask, cloth, or medical are mandatory in the gym or in PPAS facility once you enter that, and they must be worn during the whole time of your playtime there, or during the whole time that you're in that facility. You can have a medical or a cloth mask. That's not a big issue. Something I would prefer is that not something with vents in them, mainly because that's putting the whole point of a mask at um, that's putting the whole point of mask at a risk as a whole, because we don't want to have any ventilations in the mask. We want the filters to work, so that's something we cannot have. Fourth option is players must sanitize before entering at the main entrance. Sanitize their hands. Hands must be sanitized after each over. So basically, we'll have like sanitation stations around there. It's going to take a little practice here for the over part, is that we recommend you sanitize your hands after each over, because we cannot really prefer gloves, or you guys wearing gloves, everyone wearing gloves. And also it's not reasonable because you're going to wear gloves but you're still going to touch your face. So best yet, we have people and players sanitize their hands after the end of each over, and once you enter, and after, if you want, you leave Pan Am as well. Again, for players it's not that big of a deal because you're only playing 6 overs, so only sanitizing your hands basically for 6 overs. Then you can go ahead and sit down in your positions after. That I'll get to later on what the positions will look like. Number five, players should avoid any intentional contact while in facility or during a match. This includes shaking of hands, giving high fives at any time, meaning even a toss that will be conducted. That's something I wanted to bring out on. There's a lot of interactions that we might have that are quite close in cricket. One is again a toss. We stand in a bubble, and I think Khanzada will discuss this also. During a toss, actually, from now on, the players will not be flipping the coin, mainly because you have a coin. We're not trying to pass that around. Umpire will flip the coin, and the home team will call the toss, and umpire will pick up the coin as well. During a toss, each player must be 2 meters away from the umpire, so each captain must be 2 meters away on either side of the umpire to make sure again that the umpire is as safe as possible. That's the person that we would worst want to risk, as he's doing. He's not there to just play. He's actually there to help out the club, and we don't want him to be infected in any way. So let's try to avoid any physical contact. If you get a wicket or anything, I know it's a habit that we all huddle up after and stuff like that. Let's try to avoid all that. Even the huddles, if you can keep it as distance as possible and as less as possible, to be honest, will be a better idea. But if we can do that, that would be perfect, because that's not something that we want to risk with this whole pandemic. Number six is going to be, there will be a single entry point into the gym and a separate exit point. Players will be asked to leave the gym and the facility once their match is completed. So the way this will work out is that if you know the main entrance that we all entered from, that will be the entrance gate. Everyone will enter from there, and exit will be the second gate that's usually locked. We'll open it up after each game. You'll have to exit from there. We're not going to have the exit and entrance from the same door. And you can only enter the gym once the other team has exited. So if you're the first team, yes, you can enter first off. But second team playing game, teams playing second game or game three, you'll have to only enter gym once the first or the team playing before you has exited, both the teams. Mainly because we do this again to make sure that we keep the numbers inside the gym as low as possible. That's something that we have to try and do. Uh, that being said, number seven is physical distancing of at least 2 meters must be practiced between individuals at all times in the gym space. There's a diagram below. I'll show you guys what I mean by that and how we're going to maintain that social distance. But let's just try to keep that 2 meter distance for everyone, right? We only have 6 players on the whole thing. One is a bowler, five fielders, and I think we can easily keep a 2 meter distance from five fielders in a gym this big. So that shouldn't be an issue. But let's try to keep that up and maintain that. Any questions so far? I'll take that as a no. Number eight, no more than 20 individuals shall be permitted within the reserve space at any time. This includes AR staff, administration, admin members of the club, and everyone. So, including me, I'll be there for the whole time. And there will be two other staff members with me that will be there for the whole time. One will be the person that will be at the equipment station, and the second will be a person at the commentary box. We'll be there at the whole time. That's three of us. 12 players. That's 12. That's basically 6 each sides. That's already 15, and then two umpires. That's 17 and 18. No more than that. They say the limit that we put out is 20, just because we will always have a visitor, someone coming by every now and then, despite us taking strict measures, and we can easily get rid of them. But we don't want to ever cross that 20 mark in the gym. Again, it's a matter of safety and matter of everyone's health and safety. So we want to make sure that that happens. Um, and this will be the limit for everyone. Doesn't matter who it is. We're never going to have that count go above 20 in the Pan Am Center. Number nine, it sounds obvious, but again, it's repetitive that we do it every time, but this time it's more serious, is that no food or drinks are permitted within the gym. For water, you'll have TPAS guidelines that you'll follow. So there'll be water station outside that you can go to easily and fill up your water and drink from there. But no food or drinks inside the gym, because to drink water, even you'll have to take your mask off, and that's something that we don't want to risk inside the gym itself. So you can go outside and do that for water drinks. I know it's reasonable that we would need water as we're playing a sport, but there'll be specific guidelines for that as well to make sure that we don't actually harm ourselves by doing that. Now, equipments. The club has also taken consideration in the equipments as players share the equipments, and that can be also one way of the virus to spread amongst players, which again we don't want. So we have taken strict we have taken strict steps against that too. And then from now on, we'll have an equipment sign out and equipment tables, the equipment station, where you will take out an equipment and then return it back there only. It's gonna be limited. You can't be like taking out 4 or 5 bats like we used to before. You need a bat, you'll only get a bat, and then you have to return it back to the equipment station where it'll be sanitized after you're done, and only then it'll be given to someone else. So be sure that you know that, and be sure that that's the rule we're following. As for equipments, you're only going to be giving out bats and 2 bats at a time, and the ball the umpires will have. So that's something that you won't need to worry about, but no more than 2 bats. And the table will be there. You won't get any other equipments for yourself. No extra stumps, no extra balls, no anything like that. We're canceling all of that again, mainly because that can easily help in the spread of the virus, and we want to limit things to keep control of things. Now, this is all the things that administration staff must follow. I'll skim over this as this is something you all won't need to follow so much, but it's good to know. Basically, for administration, all the individuals must always be present at their equipment station near the playing surface. So basically, the equipment station will never be left empty. There will be safety equipments there that the people at the equipment station will wear, which is mask, gloves, and always be sanitizing, and they always make a 2 minute distance. That's simply that. An individual must always be present at the commentary box. So basically, a commentary box person, there can be only one. There can only be one other individual other than me if I'm not there at the commentary box. And same rules apply. Medical gloves, mask. You must follow all the safety guidelines. Must be 2 meters distant from any individual in the box or even outside the box. Doesn't matter what happens. You must always have that 2 meter gap. For umpires, actually, it's a bit different here. Umpires must stand 4 meters away from the stumps. We say 4 meters is there's always a little buffer area, so I say 4 meters is a good spot. It's not that back, but it's back enough that you guys are away from the action, as bowlers' mask might come off or things might happen near the stumps a lot, and there might be even a clash between batsmen, and we don't want to risk you guys as a whole. Umpires must wear masks and gloves at all times. Um, the gloves will be disposed after each games. This is something that we're adding just now. Umpire will have a little bottle of sanitizer that we're going to give to them. Just after each over, we ask the umpires to sanitize the ball once after the over ends, just to be safe again. As the players are not going to be wearing any gloves or anything like that. And now the last one is that while setting up and packing up, all administration staff must have medical gloves on and masks on at all time, and everything must be disposed after the gloves and the mask must be disposed. We'll give you medical masks, must be disposed after cleaning up. Now I'm just going to give you a little look at the reserved space here so you guys have an idea on what we're dealing with. Now, green spot here is entrance spot, like I mentioned. Red is going to be the exit spot. Field will be set up like this. In this part, which is the boundary part, on that side, you must have two fielders at all time. We're imposing this rule again to make sure that we have as much social distance as possible. Umpires one here, one there. The umpire's on the leg side. He's far enough to be away from all the action, but this umpire will be 4 meters away. You'll have one fielder here as obvious, and you'll have one fielder here and one fielder here. This will give you the idea that you'll be enough. This will give you enough room to actually be socially distant in the gym and at the same time be enjoying your game. So again, these restrictions are not to make your life easier; it's actually to make everything safer. Now these red boxes here, they're going to be player areas, player seating areas. So there will be only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 boxes here with an individual chair on each box, and you'll be sitting only in that box. So if you're not playing, if you're not fielding while you're batting, you must sit in these seats, and you must be. This boxes already will be socially distant, so you must be always sitting in those seats. You cannot sit like a bulk that we used to do behind the curtains before time. Now this right here is going to be the commentary box. Again, as always, only one person is going to be there. In the backside right here where the curtains were, nothing will happen there. That part will be sealed off. No one can enter that except for me and athletics and Pan Am staff. This box right here will be the staff zone. So again, I say staff zone is because this is where people used to sit before in the benches. This is going to be sealed off. We're not going to let anyone sit there. Staff zone in the sense only I'm going to be here and other athletic staff can enter here, but no one else other than us. And this is the equipment box. It's going to be right beside the shutters or the garage doors. This is where all the equipments will be, and this is where one individual will stand for equipments, and that's about it. So again, this is going to be the whole setup of the gym, so you guys can take a picture or anything, or you can go find it online, and this will be there at all times. So make sure you go over this with your players as well, so they know about it as well. I'll stop sharing now, and I think we can go on to Sanjit now, because now we can start off the draft as we're done this process. Sanjit.
Thanks, Avi. So just want to make sure, has everyone read the rules and regulations sheet?
For the draft.
Everyone's muted.
Guys, let's unmute ourselves, right? Because if you're not in a loud environment, yeah, please.
So I'm just going to share my screen.
Okay.
Host, all participants, screen sharing. Avi.
Okay, wait. There you go. You can go share your screen now.
Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So just going over some of the main points.
Mhm.
I will randomize the list of you guys, so you guys know there's no bias there. Every team has
Also,
one.
Sanjit, can you do the randomization on this group as well, as we speak recorded? And it's better if you can have that recorded.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it right now in front of
Yes,
you.
share your screen when you're doing it, so that's perfect.
Can you guys see my screen though?
Yeah, we can see your screen. You're good.
Okay. So each team will have 1 minute to make their pick, but if you guys want to make it quicker than that, feel free to do so. So the order will basically be the snake order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have made it mandatory to pick at least one female player by round 5, but you can have a female player as your first pick as well. So whatever you guys feel is the best for your team, you guys can keep it like that. But by round 5, if you don't have a female player, I will let you know in round 5 so that you're forced to pick a female player. This is so that we ensure that every team has a female player. Also, in your first 6 picks, you have to pick a minimum of 4 players who are available by October 7th. This ensure that no games are abandoned because the minimum number of players you need to play the game is 4 players. So by round 6, you should have at least 4 players, including yourself, if you're available, who can play on October 7th. The teams will not be announced as soon as this draft pick is over. For the next 6 hours after the draft is done, you will have the opportunity to trade with the other captains if you feel so. You just have to message me in this format. And once both of you message me, I will do the trade for you guys. But after the 6 hours, after the teams are announced, you can't do trades anymore because then the players know which teams they're part of, and it's not right that you keep flipping them around, right? So if you want to do trades after that point, you would have to take the consent of both the players as well.
So again, like I would say that don't release your list of players that you picked by the end of this draft. Wait until the 6 hour period is over, and then you can release your players and contact it.
Yeah. So and then just to give an idea about the claim procedures, if any new players sign up, Avi will get the information using the Google Forms, and then he will put it up in the captain's group chat, so you guys know which player is available, and you guys can put in your claim saying, "Oh, I claim him, and then by Monday at 9 p.m. every week, I will choose which team the player goes to based on another order. That order will basically be the reverse of the draft order. So if you successfully get one of the players using that order, you will automatically be placed in the bottom of the league. And then the second team gets their pick.
Again, that's being said that if there is a case where certain players are not showing up, or you're facing that challenge that the players are not coming and your team's not showing dedication, then despite of that order, I will make a decision to give you the player over the other players.
Yeah, and that will be decided by the execs using a vote. So no one really has a say in that. So if we feel that, and if you can make a suggestion saying, hey, we don't have players who are showing up, player, and that will be discussed within the execs, and a decision will be made. Have any questions?
No.
Okay, all good.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to do the randomization now. I'm just using this randomized website. So I have all the teams' names here. So can anyone give me a number between 1 and 5?
3.
3?
Randomize it.
Okay. I will randomize it 3 times in front of you guys, and that will be okay. So clicking it once, Huskies are on top now. Second time, Chargers get first pick, and third time. So this will be the order that we follow. Chargers get first pick, followed by Wolfpack, Starks, Strikers, Huskies, and Tigers.
Okay.
Sorry. Good thing about being last is you get 2 picks. So as soon as you pick your last pick, your order will be reversed. So you get 2 picks together. I'm just going to note this down in the sheet. So So this will be your player list. I've highlighted all the girls in blue. If do you see anyone who's a girl and is not highlighted here?
So yeah, before we go on, I just want to share something with you guys. What happened? I think today morning. Um, there was a player that was added last minute, which was the last player that's there. I'm just because every captain did not have a chance to take a brief look at it. I'm going to actually go ahead and give you guys his statistics so that you guys know what player that is and what he will be doing and who like that player will be, right? So again, just to make sure that because it was given to you after the 24-hour time period you guys had, I'm going to give you guys the stats right now as I would not for every other player because that would be your responsibility. But this is something I can do right now for you guys. Okay. I'll just share my screen with you guys a bit right now, and then I can show you the players' details in that.
I'm gonna stop sharing.
So this is the player. He has played 7 matches with us, scored 4 runs, got in a wicket. He has played with different teams. Again, just a little statistics. Batting type, he's usually got out, not out once, and wicket keeping catch later on. Other than that, he made most runs last season in the winter time. Not really someone that I think had played that much in the game stats. Bowling wise, he has bowled around 0.4 overs, and with a wicket, I think that was the final wicket that was needed, and that was the end of the over as well. And batting wise, he has batted 4 innings, from which he has only scored 4 runs um, after facing 4 balls. So I think that's about it for this player's history. Uh, the player, I think he was in UTSC Huskies before, and now he's also played for Team UTSC for the intramurals in the 2020 and intramurals that we had. So winter 2020 intramurals we had. So that was also his history in that sense. I think there's nothing else much to be said about it, and that's about him. He's a right-handed batsman, right-arm medium style bowler. Okay, we can go back to you, Sanjay.
Is this the final list of players?
Yes.
I hope so, right? 32.
Yes.
So
31 players basically, but yeah.
yeah. So when you give me a pick, just give me the number next to them. So number 2, Parenta, for example, and then I will put your name here and then the pick number here.
Okay.
So let's get started with Chargers. First, I think Raghav's picking for them.
Yeah. For Chargers, I'm gonna pick Ahmed.
Okay. What's the number again? Sorry.
I do not see have a list. 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So number 11, Chargers. Next pick is Wolfpack.
Mohsen, 19.
Most of 19. All right. Starks.
I would like to pick Waleed. He's I think number
24.
24 is
24.
Waleed. No, that's not Waleed.
It's
Waleed
Waleed.
Sohail.
Don't see him on the list.
There's no Waleed.
He should be on the list. I've mentioned it on the list.
There is no Waleed, bro. That's why we didn't even pick him.
I don't think Waleed is playing now. He wasn't on the list.
He graduated, man.
I thought he confirmed he was playing. Never mind.
And he
Let me-
graduated anyway, so I don't think so.
Let me check. Just
Ahmed
replay.
graduated too. So.
He
No,
didn't
Emma
graduate.
didn't graduate yet. He's actually here for one more semester. This is last semester. Summer's still around.
Avi,
Okay.
you have 30 seconds.
Hold on, let me just rethink because I thought Waleed was playing in the game. Then I'll pick Atik,
I'll pick 20.
number 20, yes.
Okay. Moving on to strikers. You there?
Records. On.
Asim, number 13.
Asim, number 13. Number 4. Huskies, Raghav.
I'll take Sanjit.
Number 5. And then Tigers, Akash.
Yeah. I just want to make sure. Hasnain is the guy with the big beard, right? He used to play with.
Hasnain, yes. Hasnain is the guy with the big beard. Hasnain Aziz.
Okay. I'll pick Hasnain.
Number 12.
Then yeah.
Number 6. And
I
then
get you again.
end of round 1. So round 2, starting with the Tigers again. Akash.
I'll pick Akash Patel.
Akash Patel. You see me making a mistake, please point it out. Huskies.
I will take. I just want to make sure. Is it the same Asad that I'm thinking about, the guy who played
No.
for?
No,
He's not the same guy.
Asad is not
Okay.
playing this semester. I confirmed with him. He's not playing. The guy from Sadiq's team. No.
Yeah. I'll take Fahid Alam.
Oh,
Fahid Alam, number 28.
Yeah.
That should be number 8. Moving on to strikers.
Asad Mirza.
What number is he? Sorry.
number 27.
27.
Okay.
Which one will you take? Asad Mirza. Okay.
Starks.
I will take Parenta.
Brenda. Okay. Wolfpack,
Ija, number 14.
number 14. Khadija. Okay. Chargers, Raghav, you have for him.
One sec, please. Sagar.
Sagar, number 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can go again, Raghav.
Then you go again, Raghav, for the Chargers.
Talha.
Number
Number 21.
21.
Yeah. Talha Islam. Yeah.
On to Wolfpack.
Take this. Wali Ahmed, 24.
24.
Sorry, who?
Yeah.
Wali Ahmed, 24.
Malik knows.
24. Well, yeah. Okay.
You're writing in the wrong one. You're writing in 23.
Oh. 14. On to Starks.
I'll take Swarndeep, number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah.
15. On the strikers, Khan.
I'll take this year.
This year. Number 18.
18.
Huskies, Raghav.
Indranil.
In their name.
Yeah.
Okay. Tigers.
Malhar.
Sorry.
Malhar.
Malhar?
Number 4.
Yeah.
That was 18. So that's the end of round 3. You guys have 2 more rounds to pick a girl. And I think Sadiq with the Wolfpack is the only team that's picked a girl till now.
I picked a girl too.
You picked a girl. Yeah, Starks has also picked a girl. Who did you pick? Yeah, Prenta and Khadija have been picked.
Number
Okay.
2.
Back to Tigers. Starting round 3.
We have the Tigers.
Yeah.
Shaman.
Shaman.
Shamin or Shamin.
Shamin.
Huskies.
Adina.
Medina.
Yep.
20. Strikers. Khan.
Is like just Karina and Elisa left?
Yes.
Yep.
Karina. I see
Okay.
Elisa. I'll choose Elisa.
Lisa. Okay. Strikers. That would be 20.
No, I think Sanjit, you made a mistake. You missed up Alyssa and
Elisa.
Adine. Oh wait, never mind. My bad. My apologies. Looking at wrong.
Okay. Yep. Starks.
Oh, Starks. Okay, my bad. We'll pick Yasha,
Yasha. Number 17.
number 17.
22. Next is Wolfpack.
Number 29.
Number
Arya Sharma.
And Chargers, Raghav.
Chargers. Fahid. Wait, Fahid's gone, right? Shad.
Shad.
Multani. Yeah. Wait, I didn't get a chance to pick. Oh wait, I did. Never mind. Okay.
24.
I go again.
Yes.
Yep, you go again. You have to pick a girl for the Chargers.
You have only one girl. You have to pick.
Karina. Yeah.
Chargers.
25. Then the Wolfpack.
Number 25. Was that taken? Pratik Guha.
Not taken.
Not taken.
Go for it.
26. Okay.
I'll take number 22.
Starks.
Number 22. That's it.
22. On to strikers.
Gabby. Fair.
Gabby. Was strikers for 27. Huskies.
Mushfiq.
Mushfiq. Is that number 32?
Number 32. Yeah.
Was for the Huskies, right?
Yeah.
On the Tigers.
Sahil Patel.
17. How's it only 29?
Because
Isn't
the
it supposed to
captain is not there.
Left arrow.
Left arrow. I think.
There's arrow left still, and there is
No, it's supposed to be 30, right? Because Tigers picked it.
yeah. So
It's supposed to be
Tiger
the
should have
30th pick.
again. Tiger should have one extra player, because they're going twice. So arrow's the last one, I think. Everyone should have 6. Tiger should have 7.
No, what I'm trying to say is this is supposed to be the 30th pick. So how do I only have 29?
That I don't know,
Did you
man.
write a number?
You write the numbers correctly? That I don't know. Because by the order,
Where's 24?
this is the end of
24
round
was
6.
the Chargers, right? 24 was the Chargers. And then, I wrote 26 twice.
Yeah, there we go.
So
The
25,
round-
this would be 25, Wolfpack, 26. Oh, Starks. Who was your latest pick, Avi?
Pardon?
Who was your
My
latest pick?
My last pick was Hassan Hamid.
Avi, what number is that?
That's number 22.
22. 24, 25, 26, Strikers, 27, Huskies. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyways. Doesn't really matter. And then I think Tigers get Errol again. That's the last player. So if we sort this, filter by Chargers. How do they only have 5 players?
Huh? Chargers should have 6 players.
I think you didn't include the captain.
No, including captain. They should have 7 because they got more picks.
No,
Everyone
no,
else,
no.
5 players.
Did I mess up somewhere? Interesting. $24, $25, $26, $27. And then how is this 25, bro? That's where I messed up. 24 picked by Chargers, 25 picked by Wolfpack, 26 by Starks.
Okay, let's just do this, Sanjay. Hold on. Scroll back up.
I have a filter on.
Go back up to the real list, the whole list, please. Yeah, okay. So let me just make a count of it. Starks 1, 2, 3, 4. Scroll down a little.
There's no one else below this.
That's weird, and I should have 5. 1, 2.
No, up till 24, it was fine because Chargers got the 24th pick, right? And that was end of round 4. And then 25 should be there's 2 25s. That's where I messed up. 25 was again, it was a forced pick for the girl. And then Wolfpack had the 26th pick.
We have all the
And
players here, so that's not a problem.
Starks, yeah, just because just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Starks got the 27th pick. So this should be 27. Then Strikers got 28th pick. This should be 28. Huskies got 29. Should be 29. And Tigers got 30. This is end of round.
No, I have 5 picks. I'm good. So I have 6 on the team. Let me just count the Huskies now.
Yeah. It's all good. So this should be 31.
Okay.
Yep. So let's start with the Chargers. So out of the 31 players, you guys got 5 picks. And
5.
these are your players. And then we also have Prakar as the captain.
Write it down if you can. Raghav for Prakar. Write that down.
Yeah, one sec. Or we
Again, you guys
wouldn't
can
do.
trade or do whatever you want and
Can't we
release.
share the file, like the entire file?
Yeah, I can share the file.
Can share, but I just write it down so you guys know better off.
Wait, let me just take a picture then. Hold on.
It's okay. It's up to you. Next,
And then
Wolfpack. Huskies.
this is the team for Huskies with Raghav as the captain.
Okay.
And then moving on to Starks. This is your team with
Just write it down.
Avi as the captain.
Let me just write down my team. Make sure. Okay, I'm good.
Give me a second.
I'm good, buddy. I'm good.
I just disconnected. No? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Strikers. This is the Strikers team with Khan as the captain.
Got it.
Okay. Tigers with Akash as the captain. You have an extra player.
Yeah. Akash has an extra player, so he should have 7 in total.
Why do I get the extra player?
We had
Because-
more players, so we gave you an extra player. Again, at the end of the day, like the rules said, you can only have 6 there at a time, so you can maybe change and put one player on rest every other game, or it's up to you, right? So, but you have an extra player, so it's good, I think.
Yeah, so in the claim order, you will be last for now because
Yeah.
you just got the pick. And Wolfpack, that's the team with Sadik as the captain.
Got it.
All right. So I will share this file in the captain's group chat. I will just probably like sort this by team or something and then put it because it doesn't look that great now. And then we have 6 hours from 4 p.m., which is 10 p.m. Any trades you guys want to do? The format is in the rules and regulations. So if I get a message from both the captains, I will just screenshot that part and I will post it in the captain's chat and the trade will be made. After 10 p.m., the final teams I will put again in the captain's group chat and then you guys can release that. Everything clear?
Yeah.
Yep.
So before we leave, I just want to end it off.
Wait, before that, I just have one more question. Could you increase the hours for like more than 6 hours? Because by the time I wake up tomorrow, everything will be done. So, is it okay?
It's not possible because we have to let the players know by tomorrow, right? And we have
No,
to
could
work
we
like
let them know by Monday night
no, but like we're trying to let them know
or
beforehand.
Monday evening or Monday noon? Because by the time I wake up tomorrow, it'll be done. So it's literally of no use.
What time is it for you, Raghav, right now?
Right now it's 1:30.
1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna go to sleep for the next 2 hours, are you?
I was planning to, but let's.
Between captains, right? So I'm just saying I recommend you be up because we have to follow the time zone here, right? Because we extend it, it's going to be longer. It's going to take the process longer. We want to get this done by tonight.
I mean, I don't see that many trades happening. Maybe you guys can like
This is the
majority in the next
guys.
2 hours.
So before we move on with this is a deal. I have to send this list to Athletics as well, and I need to send them with full team names and have to upload it on IM Leagues. So this is the reason I need it by tonight because I have to get it there by before 12 tonight, so that by tomorrow morning they have it on their table.
Since Sanjit is in my team, I give Sanjit the he can do the trades for me.
Yeah, you can do that. You can make him the vice captain. That's up to you.
Okay. So
Sure,
yeah,
I can do that.
Also, just because I got the last pick, Errol, I would, if a new person comes in, let's say in November, I won't get to claim that person.
You won't be first on the list.
So this is the deal.
Why would
Akash.
a
The
list
claims
matter?
work. Claims work like this, right? So if nobody claims that player, and you're the only one who claims that player, you will get that player. But if more than one team claims the player, then we go according to the order.
So you'll be last on the list, or if let's say Akash, we feel that your team is doing weaker than the others
Yeah.
and your players are not showing up, then the exec team will actually still take an acknowledgement on that and will actually decide to give you that player, even though your name is on the last, if that's the case. But again, that's a rare case scenario, and if that's something that execs agree on, only then that'll happen. But if it's just for the player rankings, then most likely will follow that ranking. Unless it's a desperate need and it's needed for your team, we're not going to do that, right? So that's something. So yeah, before we wrap it
Yeah.
off, I just want to go over the rules and regulations again for the game itself, not the guidelines before we leave. So I think once Sanjit wraps off here, I can go ahead with that.
Yeah. If you guys have no other questions for me, I'll just save this and I will send this out.
Any questions, guys?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, so Sanjay, you can stop sharing the screen. I think
Yeah.
now we can go back to the meeting. Yeah. So guys, now first and foremost, some rules have been changed. Some rules are still the same. Due to the new format and the upgraded format that we have due to COVID, that we're changing a certain rules. Rule number one is that overs now will not be lasting 8 to 9 overs. We'll only have 6 to, if not 7. I'm going to discuss that with the umpiring director Khanzada here and with other team members as well on that. But we're not going to have that many because we want to keep that buffer time there to be able to clean and sanitize the gym after the game is done and before the new team comes in. So that's number one. Number two is the rule I think we all are concerned about is the female rule. The changes that I'm going to be bringing in that is that from now on you're not going to be penalized if a female does not show up on your games, but you just won't be bowling the female overs, right? So the female overs cannot be replaced by the men overs, but you would not be penalized by any extra overs or reduced any overs on your side if the female player is not there for you. There is no requirement for a female player to be there in time. Again, if she's not there, she's not there. That's fine. Um, but if she is coming, then you'll have to make the female player face the female player. You cannot have a male player bowling or batting to a female bowler, right? So that's something that's goes without being said. Other than that, I think the other rules that we're going to be changing is that uh, appealing in the sense that we know that we've always tried appealing and any like contact we've made in come in close contact, that will not happen anymore. If that's just seen that appealing is okay, but if you're seen anywhere close by, or if you're seen breaking the COVID guidelines, then the game will be stopped there and you will be asked to leave. Strictly because this whole thing is going to be on the camera. There's cameras inside Pan Am, so they can see everything, and I don't want any of that to be a reason for this whole league to stop. Okay. Other than that, I think there's nothing much more that we have to change. Um, just be there on time. Always be there with your masks and tell your players to do the same, and in your ready gear to play. Also, shortly I'll be sending once the teams are finalized. After 10, I will send out to each captains the personal contact informations of all these players. Um, the players that you will have on your team, I'll send the contact information for them so you can actually contact them. I'll send you their social media if I have it. If not, their phone numbers so you can contact them by. Is there any other questions for me in terms of rules and regulations that you guys have? Or any concerns you guys have? Again, this is the best time to speak about it because once the season starts and the rules are written, it's going to be hard to change it. So I say the best time to speak is now because this is when we can make those changes and we will make it most likely. We can make it mid-season or mid-league. On any questions, concerns?
sorry, what you were cutting out. I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear the last
So
part.
any questions or concerns you have in terms of the league rules and regulations, or anything you want to change or you want to see changing or you want to see added in the rules and regulations? I'm saying now is the time to address that, or else we won't be able to add it or change it during the league. It's going to be really hard to do that then. Now it's possibly more likely to do it?
Nothing from my side.
Okay. Khan,
No,
no.
I think
Sanjit,
No, I'm good.
Sadiq.
Nope.
Okay, so we're gonna go by these rules again. Not much changes, but like I said, minor changes, which will I think help us better. If there is anything that's happens or takes up and that does require an emergency rule change, that will be a different discussion. But I don't think that will be the case, as we tend not to change the rules mid-season, right? So that's the case. Again, minimum games. You'll be wanting to play 2 games. I'm not gonna make you, because of COVID. I'm not gonna ask for every player to be there for every game, but we'll still ask for you to have players to be played 2 games minimum to be able to qualify for playoffs, which is fair enough. In 5 weeks, we're just asking for 2 weeks out of the 5. I think that's about it. We can wrap it off here. I don't think much I need to say. Any last things or concerns you guys want to add on or address here? You can do it now, and then we can wrap it off.
Are you gonna send this team list to the group chat? The captains
Yeah. So basically, the team list, once everything is traded, once everything is done,
before the trading, like right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, before the trade, I will send this out to the group chat so you guys can like look into it.
Sanjay will send that out right now, but after that's done, before like the teams are released, we'll send again. Sanjay will send the updated team list again to all of you. The only thing that will not be sent to the group chat is the player's personal information or contact information. That I'll personally send individually to all of you guys. Anything else? Any concerns in general? Good. Okay, so I
Yep.
think that'll be a good wrap. Again, guys, let's try to make this a successful season. We're the only sport that's starting right now, and we're most likely going to be guinea pigs here. But again, it's a good thing for cricket that we're the only one starting, and we are actually continuing our season. As long as we take our safety and safety measurements and precautions properly, I think it's safe for us to do so. So let's go on with that. Who's
I'm
next?
sorry, that's my
Raghav?
roommate. He's watching the NFL.
Okay, we'll send it like Raghav was saying. Okay, guys. So I'll wrap it off here. Again, this whole meeting was recorded, so I'll actually send you guys a link of it for anyone that wasn't here to take notes on it, and this will also go to athletics as well, right? So we had the captain's meeting. Okay, guys. Later.
All right. Thanks
Yes.
everyone. Bye bye.
Here's